Hey everybody, it's Captain Trucker. Welcome back to the channel, man. Good to see you all. So today's video, I have more confessions to make as a expat foreign vlogger here in the good old Philippines. Boy, oh boy. Yeah. Well, you know, the thing is, folks, I kind of been asking myself lately, talking about the Philippines, you know. Oh, move to the Philippines. No, don't move to the Philippines. Here's reasons you should move here. Don't move here. And it was tripping me out because I'm saying to myself, like, why am I doing this? And so I've been having this reflection lately about myself, my channel, other vloggers, and just our role here as expats in general. Like, what is our role, right? And why are we doing this? I guess for me, like, this vlog started off as more of a, well, it's more of a personal vlog. So I think most of YouTube in general, it is designed as a business, right? So I mean, most people, or many people, I would assume, are vlogging for business reasons, right? Which is kind of, you know, I don't mean to burst anyone's bubble, but for those of you who don't know, vloggers don't exactly make a lot of money, folks. Even to live here in the Philippines, you know, full time as a foreigner, you know, realistically, you need to be cracking out, I'd say 30,000 to 70,000 views per video twice a week, you know, something like that, which clearly I've been doing that. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm not. But some people do. Good for them. Yeah, it's really hard to like make a full-time income on the YouTube unless you're really, you know, cranking out mainstream videos very consistently. But anyway, so my point is that I kind of approached this thing more as a personal vlog early on, talking about truck and stuff. And even when I was in the Philippines, I was still talking about truck and stuff. And then one day I started talking about budgets. You know, I started talking about Philippine stuff, and the vlog started getting traction, started taking off. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I guess I'll stick with this, right? And then a year and a half goes by and I'm still doing that, and that's cool. I like to do it, but it's not my whole life. Like, I'm not the ambassador for foreigners to be moving to the Philippines or not moving, right? I mean, the dynamic is kind of weird if you think about it. Like, I'm gonna go visit my friend's house or visit somebody's house as a guest, as a visitor, and then I'm gonna invite 15 people there who he doesn't know, who are possibly not the best members of society, to come stay with him one day. I don't know, it's just weird. It's like, why? So I found myself questioning stuff like, what are our boundaries and ethics as us vloggers, and why are we doing this? You know, it's kind of interesting. You know, I was watching something the other day that caught my attention, and I haven't talked about this subject in a long time, but I thought that, well, what the heck, let's bring it up again. You know, the subject of like extreme age gaps and guys that are, you know, looking for, I don't know, like barely legal type of situations and stuff like that, like real shady, potentially criminal type of stuff. And obviously it's bad, but I think it's so interesting to hear the way these subjects have been covered by vloggers. And, you know, to their credit, I was watching this video, and this guy, he was doing the right thing. I mean, he was telling a story about some Australian guy that was, I don't know, he was with like 4 underage girls, taking them to Bantayan or something, and he got picked up by the police, and he's going to be in serious trouble, you know. And he was talking about how on his channel, like, guys come on there and they argue about like the age of consent and stuff like this, and which is irrelevant because, I mean, by law, I don't think it matters. Like, you have to be an adult to be like with a foreigner or something, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, it just shows you the mentality of some of these people. And this guy, he's doing the right thing in his video. He's like talking about, you know, that's wrong, and you know, guys that do that, they're going to be in serious trouble. They're going to be faced with charges, possibly deported if they're lucky. But there was also an element of like, he almost had to not apologize, but sort of preamble it like, hey, you know, I know this might sound judgmental, but I got to tell you, this is wrong. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wow, this is how like degenerated there's still like some groups of foreigners coming here to these countries, right? And not all of them, just some of them. you know, many of them are great. They're normal people just looking for a relationship. But there's still like criminal elements that get attracted to these countries. And it just blows my mind how sick the world is. Like we almost, even a vlogger has to sort of halfway apologize for delivering a message like that, like this is wrong. You know, it reminds me of like if O.J. Simpson was a vlogger or something. He'd be hey everybody, you know, O.J. Simpson in the Philippines. You know, I don't mean to sound judgmental or anything, but you know, it's probably not the best idea to kill your wife. I mean, even in most countries, murder's still illegal, you know. You might get judged by people. I don't mean to ruin the party, but you know, killing people's still wrong. It's like, yeah, no kidding. Whoa. But I guess that's the world we live in, folks. But anyway, so that's the other question, is like, are vloggers supposed to be the moral authority on what they talk about? I don't know, like it's kind of fun though. I like this whole thing, like making videos and talking to you all. I enjoy doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. But I'm also trying to think of like other stuff to talk about. Because like I said, I don't think that I'm the ambassador of the Philippines. Yeah, I'm a father. I'm almost finished building this house too. It's almost done, I'm happy to say. It's been quite a journey building a house in the Philippines. I've shared some of this with you all. It's not easy, you know, but it can be done. Obviously foreigners can't own lands for good reason. I mean, some foreigners complain about that, but there's laws in place for a reason. Can you imagine if foreigners could own land and houses here legally? I mean, they probably wouldn't have much of a country left. The whole country would be being bought out by people like us, or the Americans and Europeans and Chinese. They would buy up the Philippines, you know, buy up all the houses and land. I mean, obviously, you know, Filipinos have to protect their own interests. But yeah, what interest are us vloggers protecting? That's the other thing. Because like I said, I mean, you know, for those of you who don't know, a lot of these guys, they're not necessarily making a lot of money. So I think the other question is like, I think just in general, there's a somewhat, I don't want to say addictive element to vlogging or being on the internet or getting views and watch time hours and engagement. I mean, all that stuff is fun. It's great. But what is it for? Like, what are you doing? Like, what's your message, man? Like, what's the point? That's all I'm saying. So I always like ask myself that question, you know, and yeah, I enjoy doing it, you know. But anyway, I'm thinking about, I gotta go work, man. I gotta go. I'm still young, so I'm not like retired. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go over the road again and do a serious trucking tour and stack some more serious cash, because I think I've been here 5 months, going on 6 months, and it's good. I could stay, but I think I should go work, you know. Build this house, throw in the towel in my early 40s and live frugally. Nah, I should probably work more. It's probably the best idea. But yeah, man, this whole life of going back and forth, working as a trucker, being an expat in the Philippines, it's been quite a fun roller coaster, let me tell you. It really has. Been good times. I'm not sure I could ever live in Dumaguete full time. I did a video, I was there recently, and I'm used to being in these smaller provinces in the Philippines, smaller cities. Well, Dumaguete's relatively a small city, but it kind of did feel like, I was only there for a number of days, but almost like the foreign version of the Philippines, like a hybrid foreigner Filipino version. It's hard to explain, but I could feel it. It was a presence there, and I didn't really fully feel like I was sort of in the Philippines. You know what I mean? Probably because I'm used to being in other places, but it's just interesting. But you know, it was a satisfactory experience. No complaints. I liked it. But anyway, yeah. A lot of foreigners coming to the Philippines. I don't know, they say there's like, you can never get concrete statistics on how many Americans are here because you read different things. Like some say 300,000 up to 600,000. You know, it can grow exponentially. And who knows, maybe by 2034 there'll be 1 million of us here. So I've always said, like, what do we attract in as foreign vloggers, right? Like, what is our message? And it's kind of sad that, you know, we almost have to preamble stuff to feel like, you know, we're going to lose audience members if we say things like, you know, we don't condone the idea of promoting illegal activity, right? It's a deluded world we live in. It's kind of like, and the guys that do stuff like that, it's kind of Michael Jackson-ish. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen some of those mentalities to where it's like, well, I didn't do anything wrong. I loved all the children. I'm being persecuted by people. That's the nicest thing you can do is let a child sleep in your bed. Yeah, he actually said that. But see, this is what like money and fame and just being crazy does to people's minds, you know? It's just weird. It's like people committing crimes against humanity and then playing the victim. I mean, who are you? I mean, what happened? You know, like where were you? Who brought you up? It's just interesting. Anyway, I don't talk about that subject much anymore because, you know, obviously it's controversial. It stirs things up. People don't want to hear it. And I feel like I covered it enough anyway. But yeah, you still hear about those stories, but it's unbelievable, you know. The foreign invasion of the Philippines. Us vloggers, what are we doing here? Well, are in the position to be like, you know, some pseudo ambassador to these countries, either to be inviting people here. I mean, yeah, I'm a father. I've been involved in this culture for a number of years. I've built in a house that's almost done. I mean, I got some roots here. You know, opinions and ideas, real experience. But I mean, you know, we're all just people here babbling on the internet, I guess, and many people battling for views. And that's the other thing. It's I see a sense of, because like I said, this is a personal vlog, and I think many people might approach this as a business. And so I think there's a sense, even by some audience members, that you're sort of there to like cater to their to their desires and wants. Like, I'll get weird comments like, well, a couple of different ones. A guy in my last video, he's like, hey man, can you do me a solid or a favor? Just, you know, I want to see you with like your girlfriend or your wife, because I like to watch other vloggers that have, you know, a woman next to them, and I want to see that, okay? It's like, okay, I'm gonna change my whole life for you? What do you think this is, dude? Like a piñata? Like, you think I'm like some circus clown on a stage? Or like a stripper, like you give me dollars and I do what you want? That's not what this vlog is, man. Like, go watch another vlog. And this other guy, he said something like, on the Dumageddon video, he's like, he goes, you know, I've been watching you for a couple months, and you know, I don't think I like a few things that you say, so I'm not so sure that I'm gonna watch anymore. I'm like, okay. What, you want me to change for you? What do you think this is, man? Wake up. This is real life, dude. You know? Oh, God. But anyway, it's a lot of fun, man. I like making these videos. A lot of the commenters, interested people, grateful for the subscribers. I've gotten a lot of support. I love doing the channel. I really do. I mean, I've been kind of having these thoughts lately, but overall, I enjoy doing this, you know, because the truth is, like, while I'm over the road especially, I'm very grateful for the people that watch the channel, because, you know, I'm kind of a social guy. So when I'm out there in the remote part of the US on the truck in the middle of nowhere, I'm grateful that we have like social media to connect with the world. Because I can't even imagine trucking back in the day before that, or being like a sailor or a truck driver back in the day. Ooh, you can get really isolated out there. So that was kind of the reason, one of the reasons I was doing the channel, and I appreciate it, and I'm gonna keep doing it. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy the videos. Please subscribe and share your comments, you know, and a lot of good vlogs out there, a lot of good messages. a lot of perspectives, a lot of opinions. But yeah. Anyway, it's Captain Trucker. Thank you for watching. I'm going to go to the gym now. I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.